A public library in Sacramento is under fire for a painting in its latest art exhibit. It's a portrait of a Bible, of the Bible, with a label reading, "Warning, may impair judgment." Critics of the piece want it taken down immediately, but is this government-inspired hostility towards religion or just freedom of expression?
Well, I'm going to have to lean towards freedom of expression, because if it was government hostility towards religion, I don't think they go on such a huge scale as putting up one single art piece in a public library in Sacramento. I mean, that's such a huge step. I mean, that is so far beyond having, like, the 10 Commandments in courthouses, or having people put their hands on a Bible before they testify in court, having "Under God" in the Pledge of Allegiance, having "In God We Trust" on our money. I mean, the government is obviously intolerant of religion in any way when it comes to public things. So obviously this is just a huge, like, slap in the face to religion that one piece of art was put up in one public library during an art exhibit. And you fucking retards.
Joining us now is Brad Dacus, president of the Pacific Justice Institute. He wants the painting removed. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
You don't like this exhibit. What do you most object to about it?
Well, first, it's not a free speech issue, a free expression issue. This isn't a public art fair. This is a taxpayer-supported public law library where individuals go for equal protection, equal treatment under the law to seek justice. But in order to do so, they have to walk past something and pay indirect homage that insults them and puts them down, demeans them.
You know what? He's totally right. So let's take it one step further, as we should, and make sure that the Bible is not available in any public library, because it's obviously, you know, if walking next to them, you are indirectly paying homage to these things. So if you walk past a copy of the Bible in the library, you're paying homage to it. Out of your fucking minds. Out of your fucking minds. What are you thinking when you start saying this shit? And it gets worse.
So we want this immediately removed because it has no place in a taxpayer-supported public law library.
And you say that this exhibit even violates the Constitution. How so?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the First Amendment's Establishment Clause strictly forbids government hostility toward religion or religious people or religious groups.
Actually, the First Amendment's Establishment Clause states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. So basically, your point is totally fucking flipped. They can make no law respecting an establishment. That doesn't say that they have to make laws that go against disrespecting an establishment. Do you understand? I mean, you guys not happy enough with, like, the tax-free status and all this shit? That's not good enough for you? That you're, like, the vast majority, you got a tax-free status, and having a Bible in the drawer of every motel room dresser? But now we can't even have, like, a piece of art that's, like not hugely offensive. Warning, may impair judgment. Well, wouldn't you say that if they said the same thing about the Quran or some other holy book that you disagreed with, that it could impair people's judgment? Of course, not you. Not you. You're too damn smart for that, right?
And that's exactly what it does. In fact, the author, the artist here, actually says it point blank that religious people are stupid, in their opinion, and they reflect it in the art as well. Also
known as freedom of speech. You want to talk about some crazy quotes? How about George Bush Sr. and how he didn't think that atheists were U.S. citizens because this is one nation under God. Because apparently that fucking president didn't know history as well as most of the people here on fucking YouTube.
So, you know, if this art said Muslims were stupid or say homosexuals were stupid, it would be immediately removed as an outrage with rioters or demonstrators, and there should be outrage over something like that. Well, you know, religious people should be entitled to the same protection, the same equal treatment. They shouldn't be put on the back of the bus And that's why we at Pacific Justice Institute are stepping in on this matter to bring this to a halt. There's no place for this, in a public law library there to serve all the people and not just some of the people.
All of the people. I want to make that very clear. It's there for all of the people, except for the guy that made that painting, or anyone that agrees with him, or anyone that just isn't offended. All the people that agree with me, all the people that are offended by it, that's what it's there for. It's not there for all the people. The guy that made the painting is not included in all. Obviously is all except him. Oh, and except the people that enjoy the painting or got a chuckle out of it, even if they disagree with it. All. The guy doesn't know the definition of all. Doesn't understand that what he's saying. He's doing the same old, like, I love freedom of speech, so you shut up. I mean, it makes no fucking sense. Fucking retarded. On Fox News, so it makes sense, but retarded nonetheless.
But of course, the counter-constitutional argument, and you just touched on it, is that it is freedom of expression, and freedom of expression is allowed at even a public library.
Well, it isn't. It's a traditional public forum or a forum where they're going to allow other artwork or other expressions with regards to from religious people or religious viewpoints. But like I said, they're being very selective here, and that doesn't make it a free speech issue anymore, because the government can't show favoritism or partiality towards speech and expression that is hostile and demeaning towards religious people.
But I guess they can show hostility towards non-religious people by forcing them to use money that has "In God We Trust" printed on it, even though we don't trust in God, by putting in "Under God" into the Pledge of Allegiance, so that the people that are not religious or don't believe in God are forced to still say that kind of shit, by having, the 10 Commandments in the courtrooms, as I mentioned before, or having to place your hand on a Bible, or being an outcast as an atheist. All these things do not matter to you. All you care about is, let me nitpick a little bit when it helps me out, and ignore it the rest of the time. When I need the help, I go to the Constitution. When I disagree with it, well, fuck the Constitution. You pick and choose, just like you pick and choose the shit out of the Bible. You never hear people quote the bad shit out of the Bible unless they're trying to prove a point against the Bible. How ironic. You're gonna burn in hell. That's not offensive. This fucking painting's offensive. You're gonna burn in hell. Not offensive. Painting saying that Bible may impair your judgment. But obviously it's impaired a lot of people's fucking judgment already, as most holy books do.
Demeaning towards religious people, and yet exclude all other speech and other communication that has a different perspective. That is not the role of government. Our founding fathers knew that, and they made it very clear in the First Amendment.
And I could use the same argument against you, that trying to have this removed is being disrespectful to what I believe. I think maybe you overlooked the possibility that maybe it's implying that the Bible could impair the judgment, like when you're judged by God before you can go to heaven, or Christians are always saying you're going to be judged. So maybe it's saying the Bible could impair your judgment. So go ahead, and it's a pro-Bible thing. But you didn't even think about it that way, huh? Can't think outside of the box like that, can you?
Part of this exhibit is on sale. It sells for $19,500. Do you think this is going to be a hot ticket? How many offers do you think that they've had thus far?
Well, from what I understand, that artwork is sitting there for the last month. Although rumor had it that within a few hours after receiving our letter, I've heard indirectly that it's already been possibly removed because it was sold. This is just conjecture. I haven't had that validated. But I would find it highly coincidental if this one particular piece was suddenly, quote-unquote, sold after they received our demand letter. But we'll have to check that out and validate that. But we're not going to stop until we see this removed. No person should be intimidated or treated like a second-class citizen in an institution where they should go for equal treatment and equal protection under the law.
All right, so basically if you consider it being treated like a second-class citizen when you go to a place that is public, like a library, in this one painting they have at one art exhibit at one library, and all of a sudden that's the government trying to take your religion away from you. If that's the case, then tell me why you are the same kind of people that defend having the 10 Commandments in the courthouses, and the under God in the pledge, and the in God we trust on the money, and the tax-free status, etc., 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 etc. Because obviously, if anyone is getting treated like a second-class fucking citizen, it's the atheists, or the non-believers, or the non-theists, the people that don't buy in the same shit you do. And now that we've got one little painting in one little fucking place, you've got to throw a fucking hissy fit. Because 99.9% wouldn't be good enough for you. You need 100%. You people are fucking pathetic. Fuck off. Cocktopus out.